welcome back to the Academic League of Iivar. I left it off on quite a cliffhanger last time, with the massive fleet sitting at my border, and then the Prikiti declared war on me. So, it is time for me to hopefully win this war. I have a fear that they aren't actually going to attack my system. The AI is probably going to look at this fleet and go, nah, I don't want to suicide into that. So, I'll give it a moment and see if they do suicide into it, but if not, I'm going to pull my fleet back to the border right here so that basically they'd sit right at the edge ready to jump back in. Hopefully they'll take the bait, attack my starbase, and then actually we can begin this fight that I have been preparing for quite a few years. So let's just see what they're doing with their fleets. Okay, yeah, they're running away. So let me try this. Let me just see if they take the bait. Hopefully they haven't found another alternative route through my empire. That would really suck. You wanna take the starbase? Do you want to take the starbase? Excuse me? Where are you going? Come on. Oh, they turned around. They saw that they're taking the bait. Come on. You can do it. You can take the bait. Yes. Do it. Oh yeah. They're definitely taking the bait. They're going for it. And they aren't even committing their entire fleet to this, it looks like. This fleet is just randomly sitting here. So this is like pretty good. So once they've committed and they have jumped and there's no way they can back out, I'll commit my fleets. So, okay, they've jumped. They're on their way, and then I send my fleet in. Let's do this. This is the moment of truth. I can see their fleets coming in. They're about to attack. My fleets are going to come in soon too. And here we are. The battle commences. This is a battle for the ages. Oh, and they just retreated. Dang it. I killed 3 of their corvettes. That's annoying. I forgot that is an option, that you can just run away like a coward. Unfortunately, that might mean that I might have to downsize my fleet a little bit so that they don't immediately run away. They actually take the bait, they fight. So maybe I send in like half of my fleet at a time. Okay, there's 2 approaches here. I either wait it out, let their fleet come back, and then do that again, rinse and repeat until they have nothing left to oppose me, which is certainly more safe of a strategy, but that's not fun, is it? You don't want to watch that. Instead, I rush their capital right now while their fleet is regrouping, because there's a timer, like their fleet is just lost in sublight space or whatever until it actually arrives back at a system. So I kind of got to go for it right now. I'm going to build another research lab on my capital, another mining district on my mining world. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to beeline it straight for their capital, try and take out this other fleet along the way, try to capture their capital starbase, and then sit there, repair my fleets, bombard their world, and hopefully this can be over pretty quickly. That's my strategy. Hopefully I can get all of that done before their fleet comes back. Take out this starbase really quickly. Don't let it take long. I shredded them very fast. Keep moving. Hit their capital starbases if I can. Let's see. Ooh, that's they are putting their fleets here. Do I go for this one then? That way they don't have their fleets on it, but I can still repair and have a kind of a front line. So yeah, I think I'll do that. So I'll actually reroute to Opheli. And Estwani warriors sighted. Attempt to contact them. Outsiders, we are the Estwani. Unlike the civilized star nations of the galaxy, we have no single master to lord over us. But I have been chosen to convey this message to you on behalf of all of the houses. Do not try to impose your soft and effete ways upon us. You may freely send your alien ships into Estwani territory, but do not expect them to return. Our warriors will welcome the diversion, however. Transmit on this frequency only if you wish to offer tribute, or if you have need of mercenaries, as well as the means to pay for them. End transmission. So here are the marauders that we had scouted out before. Finally finished that first contact. All right. Another starbase out. Keep moving. Let me embark all my armies. This is kind of a risky play. Let's move them in. Hopefully they don't get intercepted. I'll be careful. Keep an eye out. Oh, hostile fleets approaching. Okay, so this is considered my territory, so I actually want to fight them here. Home territory fire rate. So I'm getting the advantage of my defense in depth. Fortunately, Total Wars, you can get an advantage of that immediately. So this is the first real engagement. They've taken the bait. They're actually fighting. Okay, now they retreated again. Let's see. We took out another 5 of their ships. My patrol fleet over here that's just kind of sitting in reserve, I'm going to send it to take up Tyrannus, since it's able to handle that. And I think it would be wise to pick that up before it's too late. And that way I don't have to divert my main fleet. Okay, another starbase. Done. Oh, they are sending some of their fleets out. That is concerning. Will this ship... Okay, it's a good thing I saw that. I'm pulling back my transport fleet. I'm not risking it. I can't make it in time. They're likely going to get intercepted. Let me take this starbase really quick while they aren't looking. They're going to take this back. That's okay. Terzu refugees arrive. Yeah, the Tizru Empire is not looking too healthy. Okay, yeah, they've taken back this starbase. Where are you going next? Okay, they're kind of continuing to push down into my territory. Whew. Interesting choices. I could either reroute and stop them from pushing into my territory, or I press the attack and take their capital. Let's go for the attack. Let's get back to Septrim. That they reinforce pretty fast. The Prekiti have insulted us. Even for a loathsome Xeno, your species is particularly vile, Reeker. Behold the Parian form, glorious and bared for all to admire. Contrast with the paltry Preki, cowering under their layers of cloth, knowing that the world does not want them to see their sad frames. It's kind of ironic that that's the insult we use when the Pari are fully clothed and none of their skin is exposed. But the Preki, kind of awkward. All right, I don't care about actually taking these starbases. I don't want to get engaged in combat. I just want to move as fast as I can to intercept their fleet before they attack Septrim. All right, I should be able to get in position just in time. They're distracted with the starbase. I'm pulling my fleet out. I'm going to pull back my military fleets. They've taken the starbase, but now they've fallen into my trap. That was not good. Oh no, my pirate fleet, I forgot to move that away and they completely crushed it. I lost pretty much all of that. That's fine. That's only 7 ships. No, come back here. Don't go that way. No, back, be gone. No, ah, dang. That's not good. That's not good. Nope. Hate. Excuse me. Retreat. Okay. Unacceptable. Oh, they finally didn't retreat that time, but they didn't take any damage, so that sucks. Stop it. Fight. Let me kill you. Don't stop running away. Okay, they keep retreating. Stop retreating. Ah, that's so annoying. Well, I stopped their incursion into my territory, fortunately. Take back Septrim, and I do still have this starbase, so that should distract them for a little bit. Okay, well that was a disaster. Okay, once I'm repaired, I will push again. Now, fortunately, they've lost 36 ships, and I've only lost 10, so despite some missteps, we are still on the right path. So let's push back up towards Ophelia. They are pushing towards Ophelia. I probably should let them take this and head straight for their capital. Again, if I can take their capital, they lose a huge amount of production and pops and everything, so that would be quite advantageous. We are pushing in on their capital. They've got hardly anything to defend their starbase. Get out of here, pop-up. I want to watch the battle. Immediately shredded their defending fleet. Now it's just the starbase. How well is their armies? They do have quite a few of a garrison, so I'll have to orbitally bombard likely. That's okay. Just taking out the rest of their armies. That was pretty good. They've lost 10 transport ships, 1 corvette, or 2 corvettes. Wait for this starbase to repair. All right, they have sent their reinforcements, but I've captured the system, so I'm getting my bonuses. Let's see. All right, it's a chaotic mess, but I think we're winning. From what I can tell, oh, we're taking a bit of damage for sure. They've retreated. Good. They've lost 8 ships. We've lost 2. We have lost most of our destroyers, so that's telling me that my destroyers are probably not a great design. I think the evasion of my corvettes really is pulling a ton of weight. All right, now I've gotten their capital. Let me repair my ships, and then I will be on track to orbitally bombard, then capture it as well as I can. Hostile fleet over there. I should probably intercept that. Let me just repair really quick. Let me head back here, intercept their fleet. I mean, so far, despite my slaughter their fleet strategy completely failing, you know, it's been fine so far. I feel like it's been dicey. My plan has not worked at all. But they keep retreating instead of actually taking the fight, which is frustrating. My capital, I could probably swap out some agriculture with mining districts, 2 mining districts. All right, repair my ships really fast, and then orbitally bombard. Or do I take the star bases? Actually, I'm going to go for the star bases. So I'm going to go for Aphili. That way they lose out on their ability to repair. Let me just see that I just saw a fleet pop up here. They do have an unfortunately large military presence here. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to do that. That was a close call. I should probably start constructing new ships. Queue up some corvettes. They are starting to send a fleet down here to probably take Dothon. Ooh, finally droids. I've got droids. Finally my robots can work specialist jobs. So once I finish that research anyways. Quite excited for that. If you don't have someone orbitally bombarding this planet, this devastation will slowly repair, as well as this damage. They get a chance to heal. But as long as you have one ship orbitally bombarding, they can't repair, even if it's not going to do a whole lot of damage. So I can go ahead and intercept this ship with the majority of my fleet strength while maintaining the damage I've done, even if I'm doing basically no new damage. It'll just allow me to keep them on their toes, and I can intercept this fleet, try and deal more damage, just whittle them down since they're retreating so much, which is quite frustrating. The Public Works Division, I have a new Ascension perk slot. I'm going to go ahead and go for the Flesh is Weak finally, since I was saying I was going to go for Cybernetics, which is the whole thing with the new 3.6, which is cool, the new Ascension path. So let's go for the Flesh is Weak, get our pops to be Cybernetic. That would be cool. Please don't retreat. So, oh, come on. They didn't used to do this, it felt like. The AI used to be more committed to actually fighting you. Citizen Coalition of Wolius can now use the Hegemon Casus Belli against us. You better not. Do I quickly take out Ophelia? Yes, let's do this while I have the chance, since their fleet has retreated. I'll accept nothing less than a... Oh, come on. What are you doing? Oh, it's paused. I'm an idiot. That would explain things quite a bit. Alright, quickly take this down. Their health bar is draining rapidly. My lasers are absolutely shredding their armor. Shields remain a bit of a problem, but not too bad. Who died? My overseer died. That means I'll have an election soon. I don't think it's worth the unity to go for these, but I guess it's technically an option. Let's see. Fleet. I've killed some more of their transport ships. Let me just see. Is there this planet over here in Ophelia? It's poorly defended. So let me send my transport fleets to take this so I can have the system for myself. They are sending their 6,000 fleet down here. That's fine. Oh, Hejam concern subjugated the Tizru Empire. Interesting. So they must have finished their war, and now they've joined the Federation. Theoretically, the Biharan bloodletters would be less inclined to attack Tizru and finish them off. However, the Hejam and none of these, because the Kingdom of Turk is fanatic xenophobe as well, there's no way for the Hejam to concern or Izuk Star Realm or whatever to realistically actually reinforce. So, because they had to go through this territory and the borders are closed, so unlikely that it actually means anything, but at least the AI will be scared to declare war, perhaps. Land quickly. This battle should be fast. Okay. Reinforcements are almost ready. Should be good. My fleet is repaired. Let me move back here to intercept this fleet. And I've taken one of their planets. Oh, it actually has pretty high stability, surprisingly. because I guess my pops moved over fairly quickly. Ooh, this would make a very good mining world. Unfortunately, the habitability on this world is probably bleak. Indeed it is. And I'm in position. Intercept them. Hopefully they don't keep doing their whole hit and run tactic. Come on. Don't run away. You know it. Ha. You thought you could escape. And they thought they could use missiles against me. I have all armor. Those missiles won't do a whole lot. Let's head back up here and actually continue my orbital bombardment for once. This engineering research scientist has Spark of Genius and Maniacal. Wow, I didn't even know you could get both of those traits. All right, my reinforcements are ready. Let me move them into position to take out Tyrmis. Built up a new small fleet. And I will send this to reinforce the orbital bombardment. Okay, I didn't mean to launch the planet invasion yet. This is going to cost a lot. Oops. I was going to wait a little longer, but I guess we're going for it now. Oh well. Did I accidentally click that? I didn't mean to. Well, we took their planet, so I guess it was fine. I'd lost a couple armies there. I wish I had waited a little bit so that I could have kept those armies. But I guess it's not that big of a deal. They're pretty cheap. 40% stability. I'm surprised at how stable their planets are. Unfortunately, with like Total War, you have to reorganize the planet in the middle of the war instead of after. It's kind of nice when you like get like that proper moment to sit down and reorganize. I'm going to resettle their rulers or unemployed rulers over to Iivar. Fortunately, this is also a desert world, so this is actually habitable for me. Yeah, I'll leave this as is for now. I do need to worry about food a little bit, but it's not an immediate concern, particularly. Go ahead and take out these two star bases once the path is cleared. All right, you go and repair. You go and hit these. It was kind of messy there for a while, but I feel like I've gotten a secure position at this point. Once my ships are repaired, we'll do the final push. Oh, the S20 Reavers are here. What are you doing? Are you raiding the Preaky T? What are you doing up here? I hope you're not raiding me. I never got a warning saying that they were gonna raid me. Oh no! They are raiding me! Ah, no! That's illegal. You're not allowed to do that. They just went through my territories in neutral ship and then immediately turned hostile. Oh, that's annoying. I didn't know that could happen. But they didn't give the pop-up. Normally they're like, hey, we're gonna raid you. Pay us money to not have this happen. Oh, that is really frustrating. Fortunately, my fleet power is approximately equivalent. My guess of what just happened there was that they sent a raiding fleet to the Preaky T. They were going to raid the Preaky T's capital. But since it had switched over to me, they were still on their old path of like, hey, we're raiding Gish. They didn't care about who owns Gish. They only care about that it's Gish that they... Oh, that's annoying. Good to know. Let me build some reinforcements. Nope, not over there. Wrong direction. Excuse me. Not that way. Not that way. Ah, dang. Okay. They slipped right by. Oh, even this fleet is bigger than theirs. Okay. Well, I didn't actually need to send a 19k in there. That was a bit overkill. Sure, that's fine. Let me just group it up all into one big death stack, actually, at this point. I don't need the two fleets. Rising unemployment on Iivar. Oh, I forgot that this was an event. Unemployment and poverty are spreading at an alarming rate on Iivar. The sorry state of affairs is being exploited by local crime organizations who find themselves awash with both easy marks and desperate recruits. As a temporary solution, we could increase the unemployment benefits on the planet. It will not be cheap, but would provide an additional time to seek a more permanent solution, such as creating more jobs or improving the living standards of the affected population groups. We could also do nothing, but this would likely result in a significant criminal underworld on Iivar. I'm going to institute the increased benefits. I already have a decent surplus of consumer goods. And pirates. Pirates. Yes, I did take away my fleet away from doing pirate stuff. 10 should be good. Let's go and take out these pirates and then resume patrols. And then the rest of my fleet can finish this off. Quantum Neurolinks. 5% specialist resource output is good. Should be the final real battle of any resistance. All right, taking out their starbase. Oh, and my army can go over here. Do they have any armies here? They do not have a substantial army. Let's just push forward and keep attacking. This will be the end of the Prikiti. Oh, immediately intercepted their ship. Oh, and they took 29. That entire fleet was wiped. 29 casualties. Another 10 here. Yeah, they have hardly anything left. These marauders, the Reavers, are actually in a really strategic position because that means I can claim all of this territory. No one else can get here except for me. So that's all mine. I own all of that. The specialists that I resettled have gotten jobs now. The Priki civilization has been assimilated. They are decadent. They don't like being workers or slaves. You know, that's fair. They're solitary. They take more housing. They're industrious. They get more minerals. So that's actually not too bad. And their desert preference. Interesting indeed. All right, I've captured the last of their star bases. So at this point, it's just a matter of actually taking the rest of their planets. The planets they stole from Izzurg's star realm. Oh, wow, this capital has been reduced to almost nothing at this point. Only 10 pops of these Prikiti are living here on what was once a thriving world. Now the question is do I return it to them just as an honorary, like, hey, this was your capital? I mean, just like, you know, imagine if Earth was taken and all the people that were left living there was purged, you know, people would probably want it back for the kind of cultural significance. That's the birthplace of their species. They deserve to own that, you know, and they are kind of my allies, at least. Finally, I have unlocked a new tradition, and let me go for cybernetics. Yes. The flesh is weak. We now possess both the technology to make advanced cybernetics implants and the means to mass produce them. Medical centers throughout the Academic League of Iivar are standing by to begin the surgical grafting process on our citizens. In the future, possessing neural implants and at least a rudimentary level of cybernetics will be necessary to function in the technological society we are building. Consequently, the conversion process to install basic cybernetics suite will be mandatory and free of cost to all of our citizens. We must embrace this technology. That unlocks a new special project in the situation log. It'll take 52 months. And let's just quickly pop these worlds. They won't be much of a threat. Oh, and my pirates are being engaged. I kind of missed that a little bit. Pirate station raided. All right. I've taken this planet. Let's move over to Azuk. Okay, here's my issue here. If I want to give these, you know, planets back to Azurk, I want to not give them any of the pari. Like, you know, I want to bring my civilization back. So I don't really want the land appropriation because then I'm giving away a bunch of my pops to someone else. Dang, I should have turned that off before. I'm going to turn it as prohibited, and I'm going to resettle all of my pops back to Iivar. Oops, I probably should have thought about that before. Also, I'm going to do, I want your robots. Thank you very much. I don't want to give them any robots unnecessarily. All right, Irzuk has been liberated. All right, the final siege of this long and drawn out war has begun. It's been many years, but finally, the end of the Prikiti. So let's talk to the Izurku Star Realm, make a offer trade deal, transfer system. Zuku, absolutely. Sathadaban, Keb Daram. Yeah, I'll give them these, and then once that trade deal is done, I can give them Padajuraton. I always find it funny how low they value these systems. This is a pretty juicy trade deal for you, but I'm not going to charge anything to return your rightful land. Come on, take the trade deal. Okay, and then they have reclaimed their capital, and they can eventually maybe remove the invaders, and their species can return. Transfer system, and then Pajitaron. Cool. Now their old borders have been restored somewhat. They actually have, you know, a connected bit of territory, so it looks a little less ugly. Priki have been punished, and actually an interesting thing, because I traded the planet over, they don't have the recently conquered modifier anymore. So these planets are actually stable. I was afraid that giving it over to the AI would make it like collapse into a rebellion, which is why I was kind of cautious about the idea of doing that. Let me make Gish the capital of a new sector. Let me see about the star bases. These are in kind of bad positions. I'm going to downgrade these star bases. I don't actually want any of these. These are all in bad spots. Now that I have dealt with the threat, I can put a trade hub here. That should be good. Actually, I'll put 2 trade hubs here instead. So Septrum has now been repurposed into a trading star base that will give me some of this trade value here. This response fleet has been repaired, so I will set them to patrol this route, and then I will probably put another star base here at materialist. That way I can pick up all this trade value. And I can finally circle my fleet around to deal with this thing that I've been ignoring for so long. This was back in the first episode. I said, oh yeah, I'd build up my fleet and clear this out, and I've been so distracted with other stuff, so I can finally do that. The bloodletters are massive. They have like almost half the galaxy, which is concerning. And I'm concerned there's probably got to be another empire over in this region that we've not contacted yet. They are concerning. Look at all the planets they have. Oh my gosh. They have 23 planets. Wow. They are a beast. Somehow they're equivalent in everything. I disagree with that sentiment. I don't know how they're considered equivalent when I only have 8 planets compared to their 23. They should like massively outperform me. Hydroponics farms aren't really my favorite choice for this planet, but I'm just wondering what I replace it with. Maybe more research, I suppose. Yeah, I'll go with research labs. Okay, and then I can do patrol route from here to here. So that way I have, now that I have these 2 patrol routes, I have 1 patrol route going along this trade route, 1 patrol route going along this trade route. I could start settling new worlds. Let me do, what is it, expansion planner? I almost always forget that this is a thing. It's a great tool. I just totally forget it exists. Oh, this is great. Why do I never use this? I wish I used this more. Yeah, let's colonize this world. Alloy foundries, perhaps? Or administrative? I'll go for administrative offices. I have been neglecting Unity quite a bit. Yeah, so the only real threat at this point is the Beharan bloodletters, and of course the Civilian Shard, and of course the Endgame Crisis, and of course, you know, the Everon Reavers, and yeah, actually that's quite a big list. Ship designer, I'm gonna go ahead and add back on my some shields. All right, now I can upgrade all my ships and maybe just build a cruiser because it's cool. Greetings, Parian friends. A recent Urzaku archaeological expedition on one of our planets uncovered several artifacts believed to have originated in the ancient Yunt precursor civilization. The artifacts are currently being displayed in our museum on Selak Bank, but in honor of the friendship between our 2 great empires, the Urzaku Star Realm would like to donate one of the pieces to the Academic League of Iivar. Arrangements have been made to transport the artifact to Iivar. Thank you for this gift. We returned their planets, and they returned our artifact. Great. Why is my intel falling on the Beharan bloodletters? Oh, my spy's not there anyways. Because they're purging the pops, a lot of the refugees show up on your world. So all of the intel that I currently have on them was exclusively from refugees. Like, I got 77 intel just because so many people fled their nation. I never actually established official spy network, but let me do that. I think I'm going to do that for the Kingdom of Chirk as well, just because they're in the way. Like, if I want to attack the Beharan bloodletters, I mean, I could either go from this direction down south and through this unknown, whatever is over here, or the more direct path will be through the Kingdom of Chirk. And unfortunately, the Star Lanes, the only way through is through the Kingdom of Chirk, so they might be a target merely because of their neutrality. I'm going to go ahead and break my non-aggression pact now because I don't know if I'm going to want to make that decision or not later, but I'm pretty sure that they will be a target. I mean, I don't even really care about their territory. I probably just subjugate them in order to force them to open up their borders. The fortunate thing is because they're surrounded on all sides by this federation, if I go to war with them on my own, they have 0 possible way of actually hurting my territory. So it can be a war that's merely like they have no way of retaliating. Unlike the last war I just fought where, you know, they nearly caused a catastrophe in my territory if I hadn't been fast enough. A cybernetic revolution. The cybernetic conversion process has been completed. All of our citizens have now been equipped with neural implants and basic cybernetic suites. The infrastructure is also in place to gradually modify any new citizens that are born within our nation, so that they can experience all the benefits of technology from an early age. Henceforth, our species shall be known as the Metapari. It is the dawn of a new era. Fantastic. So now all of our species within our empire are now cybernetic. They get now plus 20% habitability, more army damage, more leader lifespan. and leaders have additional traits and bonuses. So looking at that, leaders have cyborg trait, so 5% research speed across the board, 10% weapons damage and range, less pop upkeep. This is fantastic. Okay, I've thought for a second I could have cybernetic latent psionics because the Ep.3 species was latent psionic. But no, the cybernetic trait replaces the psionics. That would have been really cool as a weird, cheesy way to get like a mega super pop. But that is not the case. Fortunately, though, this habitability bonus from the cybernetic counters the habitability loss from the aquatic. So they're now actually a viable species that, like, you know, can live somewhere, at least moderately. Finally have 100% habitability on their own world that they were born on, you know? I think the Translathipian have committed themselves to being loyal subjects. They're actually habitable now. So, it is a great day. I shall grant them full citizenship into the Empire. The biggest ship in the fleet now is this cruiser, a new grand construction from the fantastic minds of the Academic League of Iivar. Let's finally take the fight down here and learn what's going on over here. Finally, we're taking this thing out. Goodbye. Yes. Oh yeah, I can pick up that Gaia world. I forgot there was a Gaia world there, actually. In vivo, Xeno researchers on V. Makat have published an open letter demanding that the local legislation restricting experiments on near-sapient alien species be relaxed. They make a convincing case for the scientific benefits and warn that the output of the entire scientific community on V. Makal will suffer unless the laws are revised. The ethics of it all remain questionable. There's 3 pre-sapients here. There's no scientists even here. So I either get negative 15% happiness, but I get a bunch of society research. Since there's no one living on this planet yet anyways. Wow, this event probably should wait to fire until, you know, you've actually colonized the planet. And the scientists that don't exist here are demanding that we change the laws. Sure, we'll accept their demands and get free research with no happiness penalty because there is no one here to be unhappy. Oh, wait, who are they at war with? Okay, it happened. Biharan bloodletters have declared war on the Hijam concern. So basically, the Tzru Empire is going to get completely demolished, and then nothing more is going to happen. Because, as I said, the Kingdom of Turk is... Oh, wait, the Kingdom of Turk opened their borders to me. Or no, it's just... What? Huh? Oh! I was so confused for a moment. So I broke the non-aggression pact, which gave me a truce with them. And truces force your borders open. Theoretically, what I could do is reform a non-aggression pact, and whenever I'm ready to go to war against the Biharan bloodletters, I break the non-aggression pact, send my fleets through, and then attack. Interesting. I did not think about it that way, but that is a unique strategy of how to get through a xenophobic isolationist empire without having to declare war on them. Interesting indeed. So I'd like to see what's over here before I make much of a decision on what direction I go. Gain access to assimilation, citizenship, species right, allowing future additions to the populace to be turned into cyborgs. Cool. I guess I should probably clear out all of these miscellaneous creatures here. Wipe out these small little fleets. None of them are a threat. The remains of some of these crystals that are around here. Group of investigators has founded a hidden factory on V. Makal. Oh, it is the same planet that had the weirdness with the pre-sapiens. Wait a second. The pre-sapiens have an unemployed. Why? Why is this playthrough so riddled with strange things? I'm sorry. We've fired you from being a pre-sapient. You're even less than a pre-sapient. What does this mean? Have they gained sentience? What has happened? Form Galactic Council. Yes. Ooh. That's interesting. The Inarian Union of Dominions. It looks like a primitive civilization just became space-worthy over here in this little cluster. That can't stand. They're authoritarian, xenophobe, and militarist. I'll have to decide what to do with them soon. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.